Having trouble with your garage door? Problem solved. Call Direct Service Overhead Garage Door Company. We're your go-to team for garage door repair, new garage doors, openers, and more. We offer same-day service. We're always ready when you need us. Best of all, you can book your appointment online or talk to a live operator 24/7. No machines, no waiting. So whether it's a broken spring or a brand new garage door, trust the local experts at Direct Service Garage Doors. Call us today or visit directserviceoverhead.com.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday Night Lights live here on Tusk Talk with Ty YouTube. Hope you guys are all doing well. I feel like this is like I don't know how much I've been streaming, way more than normal, which is, hey, it's a part of the business. I love it. It's been fun. It's been a roller coaster ride of a coaching search, which we know came to an end. Ryan Silverfield is the guy from Memphis. And we're going to talk about his first day impressions here on Monday. It's crazy what he's been able to do right out the gate. So recruiting is just incredible right now. What we've seen so far. Before we get into all that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the cool stuff. What all the cool kids do, because sharing is
caring.
That's right. All right, Tim, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I know I did not have the same just guttural reaction I think most of the fans did about Silverfield. I don't know that I was pleased, but I wasn't abhorred.
Yeah.
So
fair.
I mean, I'm doing good today, especially watching this recruiting stuff.
It's crazy.
Watching Golish lose people left and right, and watching Silverfield pick them up. So,
well, I mean, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a safety that I know that Arkansas might. Maybe they're interested in. I don't know. Maybe they should look out, or at least at the very least, going off for the guy. I don't know, but yeah, Auburn's losing commits. Arkansas's gaining them. I'm not going to jump the gun and be like, oh no, we dodged a bullet. Listen, the way recruiting works, and I get that those are some players, some pretty good players that Auburn's losing. But at the end of the day, like, this is just kind of normal, right? I mean, this is normal. And
it definitely is, but you've got to be a better propagandist. So I'll be the propaganda guy here, and you be the realist. I'm going to put on my Chuck and Bo hat for a second, because, you know, they would tell all the propaganda and lies to make the fans happy. And I'll just be like, listen, 4 stars, and Auburn's lost 3 guys who are all really good. All I'm saying is, one coach is getting it done and one coach isn't, and I'm okay if Golish isn't here losing people.
There you go. That's how you spin it. They call that spinning, Tim. That's great.
That's what you'll hear tomorrow on the Chuck and Bo show. So now you don't have to listen to it. You can just replay this one.
Replay gang. That's right. Replay gang. Again, appreciate everyone for hopping in here. I'm relieved the coaching search is over with. Because I kept telling my wife, like, look, I don't know when this is going to get announced. You know, I'm talking about like last week, you know, I don't know when this is going to announce. I have a feeling it's going to be Sunday. It's going to be a crazy weekend. And, oh man, I am thankful it's over from that aspect. Now it's like, now the next step is he's already doing it. If you guys haven't heard, he was on, speaking of Chuck and Bo, he was on Chuck and Bo's show this morning. I think he was on in Little Rock. Was it the Buzz down there that had him on? I'm pretty sure.
Too, yeah.
I listened to his clip with Chuck and Bo. What I came away with was, holy crap, man. I mean, this dude, he may not be Houston Nut level, like I want to go run through. I want to run through a brick wall.
Yeah,
but he certainly knows how to sell. Like I think he's a salesman. And
yeah, I think so too.
Memphis is, and again, yeah, I know there's people out there that are Memphis fans. They're like, oh, thank God you took them off our hands. Yeah, okay, buddy.
What else are they going to say?
Yeah, I mean, and for anyone who's like, well, that's how you know it's a bad hire, bro. You must be new to this. Like, this is called coping. That's what Memphis fans are doing. Okay, they were coping. All right, I don't give a damn. Yeah, they went 8-4. What else have they done? The years prior to that, like, no, they're coping. That's what they're doing. So tell a Memphis fan to shut the hell up and hold the L. While hopefully, Arkansas plucked your coach from your nethers, okay? And hopefully he can get the job done here. Listen, we're not like I am the realist. I guess that's what I am here. I don't know, but Tim's our numbers guy. Travis is our definitely the propagandist. If there was one on this show, it would be Travis. But I'm being real here. Like, this day one of Silverfield has been nothing short of this is exactly what you needed to do, bro.
Well, and this fills that bill for the people who are like, we never go after our state's best recruits, and that's why we're not any good. Okay. Yeah. You just shored up 3 of them, I think, at least. Maybe the 4th one.
Well, so today alone, Anthony Kennedy Jr., who's, I mean, I think On3 has him as a 3-star. Pretty sure he's a 4-star everywhere but Rivals, which is now On3. ESPN has him as a 4. 247 has him as a 4. He's got an 89 grade on Rivals. You got him back, okay? Along with Ja'Cour Smith, kid out of linebacker, 6'1", about 200-pound linebacker. He's a top 50 player in that position. Again, this is out of Bryan, Arkansas, that all of a sudden they're churning out talent, He committed today, and everything. And I'm not going to say this about every other 3-star on this roster or in this class so far. This is 17 commits now. Everything I've heard is this dude is kind of a utility player. Not exactly shocked that he doesn't have a 4th star, but some people believe that I've talked to believe that he's going to play above that ranking. But he might be a guy you got to put in the oven a couple of years. And then the 2 big ones: 4-star running back, top 20 running back in the country, number 3 player in the state, TJ Hodges.
Yep.
Out of, again, Bryant, Arkansas, big time back. Okay, 6'1", 6'1", somewhere in there, right at about 175, 180 pounds. TJ Hodges is, I mean, I was bummed out when he didn't commit here, earlier through the recruiting cycle, and I felt like, damn, they're going to miss out on this. They flip him. They flipped him from Missouri.
Yep.
So, like, and like Missouri, Drinkowitz is kind of killing it. I mean, I know this year was disappointing for them, but they still, how many games do they win? Like, they're doing all right, So,
and they've owned Arkansas. So
it's so nice to get, even though Crutchfield didn't really perform, it was so nice to get him back from the evil clutches of the Missouri Tigers. It was so nice. I just wish we would have gotten more out of him this year. And then Danny Beal out of Wynn, Arkansas, 6'3", 300. I've actually heard this number is not right. He's actually closer to like 315. I might be wrong about that, but Danny Beal is, or no, maybe it's Kennedy whose numbers off.
I was talking to my brother, and he's had some kids go through the high school football ranks here. My son didn't play. Neither of my sons played, but my brother kind of still keeps up with Arkansas football. He said that this kid is just head and shoulders bigger than everybody he plays against. So he said it could be a good thing or it could be a tough read because he really has no competition when he steps on the field. That's
always tough in Arkansas, right? Like, yeah. That is the fact of the matter, that Arkansas, in-state prospects are so there you go right there. In-state prospects aren't really they're not challenged every single Friday night.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are the 4. And I know there's another kid they're looking at, Jude Hall,
6'4" receiver,
6'4", 185-pound wide receiver who decommitted. Is that right? He decommitted from
Memphis. He was their number 2. He was the second best player in their recruiting class.
Damn, son. multi-sport athlete that also runs track, plays basketball, 2-time South Carolina Class A champ in the 400-meter hurdles. Took second at New Balance Nationals as a freshman in the event. 2024, he was all-region selection as a junior, caught 57 passes for almost 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. Again, that's Jude Hall. So, yeah, they got a couple days. You better hurry up. But Silverfield is all over this, man. And I like. There's just. This is how you do it.
I don't know if you caught it, but one of the things he said this morning was, in 3 days, I'll put together the best recruiting class the state of Arkansas has ever seen.
That's bold.
That's a bold statement, but man, to come out of the gates with 4, potentially 5 commits right away. I mean, that's a bold statement. I hope he lives up to it. I really do. But he's definitely putting the effort in there.
It's incredidible. And so we've still got another day. I was in a Discord live yesterday, and I was talking with chat. I think we're doing wheel spins and all that. And I'm getting text messages in the middle of this. It's like, it's telling me like this is about to be if anyone was in that chat, they heard me say it. I said it like this is about to be crazy. They're about to get and I mentioned it this morning in the insider chat and Patreon and Discord. I said, get ready for a wave and I meant to put that in there last night, but I just, I'd already said it on the live chat yesterday, but it's not shocking that this happened because of the heads up that I was given, but it's still kind of crazy that they're able to flip these guys. I can't confirm this. I think they got an influx of cash. I think they got an influx in cash.
It feels that way.
You're getting, they don't have, what staff is here right now?
And that's the other thing that was said today, that Arkansas fans just need to give us a week and you're going to see the staff we're going to put together and you're going to be excited about the entire staff.
Yeah.
So it feels like there has to be money. They have to already know who they're bringing in. It's just a matter of signing contracts.
Yeah.
But there has to be money behind that. So because he's speaking with a whole lot of confidence one day on the job.
Yeah.
A whole lot of confidence. And I know you want him to have some confidence, but you don't want him to be stupid.
Yeah. FedEx has decommitted from Memphis and signed to Fayetteville. There you go.
Rename it FedEx Stadium. I'm okay with it.
Give it to him. Damn right. Oh my God. Someone slap a name on that stadium, please.
I'm still trying to figure out why it's not called Walmart Stadium yet.
Right. Walmart, JB Hunt, Tyson Stadium. Call it Tyson Stadium. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. So someone had mentioned in chat, listen, I don't disagree that we don't want to jump the gun and be like, oh my God, he's recruiting so well. Yeah, Chad Morris recruited well too. And that's fair.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. I think, I hope I don't live to regret this. God bless. I think he's a much, much better coach than Chad Morris. The writing is on the wall, and I realize Memphis had, they had advantages. Them and USF and a couple of the Texas schools, everyone's got advantages. I shouldn't say everyone. Sorry, let me retract that. Those schools had advantages that everyone else didn't. But
he was beating SEC teams, not just Arkansas. We weren't the only team he beat.
Do you have that record of his record versus these other coaches?
I'll get it. I don't have it memorized.
I don't know why I don't have that.
He was 6-0 against everyone but Summerall. Summerall was 1-1.
1-1
against Golish. He was 3-0 against Morris. He was 2-0. Who was the other one? Oh, Rat Lashley. He was 1-0. And then against Summerall, he was 1-1, I think is how that worked out. He had only lost one time to those coaches that we were looking at. People are up in arms about not Golish. Now we got Silverfield, but Silverfield beat Golish 3 times out of 3. I'm not going to complain about having that.
Mm-hmm. Chad didn't have 50 and 25. Yeah, exactly, John. That is exactly it. That is exactly. I've already seen the Chad Morris comparison since all this recruiting stuff's come up. I've already seen it. Like, oh well, yeah. So did Chad Morris. Left lane hammer down. I've already seen it. It's like, no, Silverfield is a better coach. Okay, you can call me all sorts of biased bullshit names you want, but like he is a better damn coach than Morris. Now, there is there is a trick to this. It is really damn hard to win at Arkansas. And we know what that schedule looks like next year. Holy hell. Like, you're going to Utah. You got to play your usuals, right? You got 9 SEC teams. Well, I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, but like, holy crap, dude. So in his own words, and you're right, what he said was, and I think this is he's done so many damn interviews. I don't know how he has time to do all this recruiting. I think it was Hogs Plus where he said, we're not waiting 2 or 3 years. This is now. We want to win now. I'm not going to lie. I loved hearing that. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm just saying I loved hearing that. There's no mottos, right? We're not hearing the left lane, turn on the jukebox, cold beer. There's no, so far, we'll see, because we're going to hear from him on Thursday. So far, no mottos. Just get to work, man. And this is what he needed to do.
He did bring a motto. I don't know if he caught that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
He said, we're going to do this now, but you have to be all in. He says, I'm bringing all in with me. It's not about mottos, but I want you to say, if you're going to be here, you're going to be all in.
Well, that's different though.
It's not quite the same, but that's his thing, is you're all in or you're out.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's sellable. I don't know. Ty Huddy Tuddy Stadium. Yeah, that's right. Someone slap a name on that damn thing, right? The Thunderdome.
Why haven't you put the Tusk Talk money on that stadium yet, Ty?
I know it, right? All my millions and millions of Tusk Talk with Ty monies. Guys, everyone talked about how this schedule was so hard, and if we had an average defense, we would have been special. Well, Justin, that's a little different. You were pretty damn good on offense. You had absolutely no defense, but I mean,
I will
heard all in.
I will say that this is the downside I take from a Silverfield, is that when I look at our season this year, we were a defense away from 9 wins, maybe more, maybe 10. Yeah, we were a defense away. And so you replace an offensive coordinator, interim head coach, with another offensive guy who doesn't address the defense. And that is where I think Silverfield could go a long way, by bringing in just a stellar defensive coordinator, somebody who's going to do something to shake the defense up and make it relevant.
Mm-hmm. We're winning a natty. Oh my God. Malik Akoff with those hot takes coming in. Again, make sure you guys like, share, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you have the notification bell clicked as well. Michael Kapaski brings up a really good point to your 9 wins. This is actually a pretty good point. Not with TG at quarterback.
Well, no, I disagree, because we were 1 score away from all of these games, even with TG at quarterback, and our defense was absolute trash.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a middle of the road defense, and it doesn't come down to 1 TG turnover or 2 TG turnovers.
That's fair. That is fair.
Give us an absolute middle of the road defense. We weren't even middle of the road, guys. We were an elementary defense in a college football game.
Well, the defense could have swore they signed up to play flag football. I mean, I don't know what to tell anybody. Like, they were misled. They were told they're here for flag football. Okay. Tickle me Elmo football. That's what that was. And it was really good. So you're not bad. The defense did continuously put Taylor Green in some really rough situations.
I mean, at the end of the season, that's why I say 9 and not 11, because at the end of the season, the last 2 games, maybe, the defense held up and the offense wasn't as good as it had been.
Yeah.
So we weren't going to win them all, but we should have won 6 or 7 in a row.
Yeah. So B-Hole messaged me the rest of the records here. Yeah, Golis was 0-3 against him. 1-1 was Summerall against him. Matt Campbell was 0-1 against Silverfield. Eric Morse 0-2. Rhett Lashley 1-1. So yeah, you're right. Wins and losses 50-24. He had 2 10-win seasons, 4-0 bowl record. 2-3 versus ranked opponents, 2-2 versus the SEC, and then 8-9 versus P4 opponents. That's actually,
and that bowl record was against Florida State, Iowa State, West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't remember who the fourth one was.
I mean, that's not
shabby. That's not like going and beating UTSA for your bowl win.
Yeah. So if you're just joining and you're wondering what are they talking about, you should see it on the screen here. Arkansas just blew up today in recruiting. And I realize there's an anti-Arkansas player, high school player sentiment, and I mean, I get it. They don't produce a lot of great talent. I'm on record, and I will stand by it. You do not want to cut off these pipelines to these towns, to these cities. You don't want to do that. Kind of lifting the hood on recruiting a little bit and getting a chance to work with guys like Otis Kirk, being around him and Dudley Dawson and guys who've been doing this for a while. I just think the more I learn, the more I realize you don't want to cut that off, because it's like, if you can't get these for sure highly rated players out of Texas, or hell, even the 3-stars, because yes, I will agree, the average 3-star Texas high school recruit is probably better than a number of 4-star recruits out of Arkansas. However, you don't want to cut off opportunities to guys like, I don't know, Cedric Cobbs, Matt Jones, Darren McFadden, Peyton Hillis, Traylon Burks, Marcus Monk, name all the Warren kids. If you look in the history of Arkansas football, yeah, those rosters are always heavy with Texas players. But a lot of the times, the best players on those rosters, including the Texas kids and Louisiana kids, it was the Arkansas kids that were the best players on those rosters. Not all the time.
Go ahead.
I was going to say not all the time, but a lot of the time, some of the best players, they're also, I mean, let's be real, in this day and age, everybody transfers. You do feel better about in-state kids not transferring. I don't know. It's so weird because the entire transfer portal era, we've only had one head coach, right? And that's the same for a lot of schools because it's still a fairly new concept or new idea, whatever. But I wonder moving forward with a guy like Silverfield, can he hang on to those players? Can he hang on to them? And are those in-state kids, are they going to turn out to be something? And I do think these kids, by the way, TJ Hodges, I've heard fantastic things about Hodges, and Beal, to be fair. But I wonder, like, if next year, depending on what happens this year, can you keep these kids in town? In state? Can you keep them on the university? Can you keep them out of the damn portal? That's like my number one. That's one of my biggest questions for Silverfield moving forward. We're so used to losing everybody every year under Pittman, and now, like, with a new coach with Silverfield, let's see how that works out.
Yeah, I think it says something too, at least in this first year, that he's flipping Arkansas kids back to Arkansas.
Yeah,
because you've heard for a long time. I mean, DJ Williams on 4th and 5 is going and talking to these kids, and they're telling him, I want to be a Razorback, but nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody's recruited me from Arkansas. They want me to be a preferred walk-on or whatever because I'm in state, and he's making a case like, why aren't we going after our own kids? Mm-hmm. So they want to be here, and Sam couldn't drag them here if he gave him a cold beer and threw him in the back of the truck. So for you to be here one day and flip 4 kids who are Arkansas kids and tell them, come be a part of something. We want to do something special. We want you to be here. And they actually buy into it.
Yeah.
I think that says something. It says something to kids who aren't from Arkansas. That look, something might be changing because they didn't want us and we were gone. And now we're going to go here and maybe you should come here too.
Exactly.
So I think it definitely paints a good picture for recruiting even the out-of-state kids when you bring the in-state kids back.
Well, the other thing too, like, believe it or not, these kids are not just friends with other in-state kids. They're
yeah.
they're probably friends with some of these kids in Texas and Oklahoma and Tennessee and Louisiana. But when the optics are, holy hell, Arkansas is kind of killing it right now in recruiting, that's going to have an impact on everyone that's paying attention. And that also includes some recruiting kids. I'm not saying they're about to go land a whole bunch of 4 and 5 star players. I'm not saying that. The rare one 5-star they get every 3 years. I'm not telling you, or every 5 years. I'm not telling you they're about to get that. But you kind of wonder what today could do for these next 48 hours.
Now,
what can happen? What is the
hear
result
me out.
of it?
This is one thing I would do. I would go make a pitch, and you can clip this out and put this on YouTube. I'll pause for 1 second so it's easy to clip. Okay, here's what I would do. I would go hit up Ole Miss kids and LSU kids, and this is what I would say. There's 2 things going on with Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. One, Ole Miss must be an absolute terrible, trash place to play football and coach football. It has to be, because why does a coach give up a college football playoff berth, possible national championship, a couple of games out? He has to hate it so bad there that he walks away from it. So it must be a terrible place. Come to Arkansas. It's not going to be a terrible place.
So but you're saying that's your propaganda, right?
No,
like that.
No, that's the truth. It has to be the truth. How does Lane Kiffin walk away from a possible national championship? Here's the propaganda piece to it. That's the truth. It has to be a terrible place to play.
Okay, I would argue money from LSU, but okay, go on.
But this goes on. Well, okay, yeah. So let me get to the propaganda piece of this. Here's the deal: Lane Kiffin does not care about you. Ole Miss players, LSU players. Lane Kiffin does not care about you. And how do I know that? Oh, by the way, staff also, he does not care about you, because the thing that could go on your resume that will go with you for the rest of your life is a national championship. And you know what? He just walked away from one.
Well, he wanted to coach, right? He wanted to coach the playoffs. He's getting
paid $150,000 a game not to coach. LSU's actually paying him to not coach the Ole Miss games.
Oh, I didn't see that part of it. Wow. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah. Dead serious. So he walked away from a national championship opportunity because he does not care about you. He cares about Lane Kiffin. He's at what we call a HEAUX. That's a hoe.
So, you know how he feels about that.
He's all about himself, period. He's all about himself. He did the documentary, and at the end he goes, I'm trying to make it not about myself. I'm trying to make it about others. And then he did the most selfish thing he could do, walk away from a national title opportunity for all these kids and all these staff, all the coaches on his staff. Come to Arkansas. Come to Arkansas. If you're good and you want to be treated better, we have something going on here. Come to Arkansas.
There's only one thing wrong with Arkansas that's really hard to let me read the super chat really quick. I felt like I was in a different universe yesterday, Ty, because usually I'm the negative one, and I was one of the only ones not crashing out about this. Well, to be fair,
I wasn't either.
Fish, like, let's not sit here and act like I don't know.
6, 7.
Gosh, you did, didn't you? You did.
Let's not sit here and act like that guy didn't just Silverfield was not your first option. We know that. Okay. He has this. You had how many weeks of a head start? That's where the anger and the crash out comes from. It's like, and listen, I'm gonna do my job, right? I'm gonna try and be, I'm gonna try my best to be like open and all this. We're going to get to your thoughts on Silverfield. I put the link in the chat. If you guys want to call in, give us your thoughts on Silverfield. We are going to touch on the Arkansas-Louisville game here in a minute, because, I mean, how can we not at least talk about that?
Yeah.
But we're going to keep this whole show is going to be centered around Silverfield. So even though we might get into the Louisville stuff here in just a second, this is all about Silverfield. Make no mistake about it. And a little Lane Kiffin hate and Ole Miss, laughing at Ole Miss at the same time. We'll sprinkle that in too. Yeah. But no, I mean, I hear you, Fish. I'm proud of you, my guy. I'm proud of you. You didn't crash out, but it's almost like it felt kind of justified, because, again, it feels like Hunter Yurchek did botch this. But you could end up with a pretty solid head coach at Silverfield. Because again, he's from what I understand at Memphis, when they were in good shape money wise, he played a big role in that. Maybe that's what you're getting here.
Really, Ty?
Yeah.
I mean, what? Who? Your own words. Who you gonna get?
Mm-hmm.
Who was he gonna get?
Yeah. Well, when you have that kind of a
process, I'm not sure he botched the hire.
I think he botched the process.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He botched the process for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the hires is a botched job. He wasn't our first choice, but it's not like there's a great separation between our first choice and him.
I get it. And I don't think Golish is way ahead of Silverfield.
I don't think Golish is at all ahead of Silverfield.
Right now that you're winning that argument for sure. I mean, but give them a little bit of time. Auburn might start racking up some commits.
I mean, Auburn fans that hate him.
Right now they're already. Yeah, I've already seen some of them crashing out. We've got Zach on the line. What's up, man?
Do it.
Hey, can you guys hear me pretty good?
Yeah,
you sound great.
I was gonna say I'm actually was one of the few fans that didn't crash out over Silverfield.
Funny how
and
that's
I actually think I actually thought immediately I actually did like him as head coach. He has a good record. He's proved himself in Memphis. I think he's going to have a really good ability to recruit Memphis, Mississippi, and Arkansas, and maybe even some other states, maybe Alabama as well. But that's the kind of coach you want at the University of Arkansas, is a guy that brings Arkansas players here. And the best teams that I can remember as a Razorback fan were guys from Arkansas. I mean, McFadden was from Little Rock, Arkansas. The best, probably one of the, if not the best SEC running back of all time. Definitely one of the top 2 or 3. I mean, definitely for us, number 1 of all time. I do remember Ken Hamlin, too. All these guys saying we're not getting 5 stars. Ken Hamlin, I believe, was a 1-star, if not a no-star, and became an all-SEC player, and then became a second-round draft pick as well. So, I mean, I actually like him as I think he was a good hire, honestly, to give Yurchuk whatever credit he does deserve. I think it's a good hire.
Yeah, like I said, the process was botched. There's no doubt there is the who you're going to get aspect to this, because how attractive is Arkansas really? I get that. I made a point to talk about that yesterday, but wait this long,
I think it is attractive. I think it's attractive for many reasons.
Okay.
Absolutely. You're for one, for any kid in the nation, you're exposed immediately to the NFL. You're in the number 1 conference in the entire country. You can go, I mean, Treylon Burke, what was, when he was a first-round draft pick to the Tennessee Titans, what was Arkansas's record again? It wasn't great.
Okay.
And he was a first-round draft pick. So we have plenty of exposure.
I gotta push back on that though, man. I mean, so does every other team in the SEC though.
Well, and that's
Vanderbilt doesn't get first-round draft picks every year. I mean, they don't have. Well, yeah, this year.
Yeah.
When was the last Vanderbilt player? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, how many first-round draft picks has Arkansas had in the last 8 years? I think it's like
probably 1 or 2. Yeah. That's more than Vanderbilt. That's more than a lot of teams. That's more than 100, like a lot of teams, though, too.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, that's okay, but that's all right.
So I mean, Wyoming
more draft picks than Vanderbilt. Okay, first-round picks. I'm just saying, like, it's Arkansas right now is not as attractive. It's just not. I would argue that Vanderbilt is positioning itself really well to be a better job. I'm not saying that's going to always be the case. Silverfield could be that bridge. He could be that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
around.
I'm not saying Arkansas is like LSU or Florida, and that's going to be like the best place to come to. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying for a good team and for good players to come, it's definitely possible. I mean, Arkansas is not that bad. I would rather be at Arkansas than OSU, Oklahoma State. You know, as if I was any kind of a scouting person, I mean, that would be one of the things. Arkansas gets a lot more TV exposure than all these other schools and other conferences. There's a lot of good things with this state. And if you can win, even if you can win 7 to 8 games, you're going to get more money backing you. You know, all these people saying, well, the Razorbacks don't have a lot of money. Yeah, because we went 2-10 out of 3 times in 8 years. Would you, if you're a big time billionaire, would you want to give money to a program that sucks? No. So you have to change that culture around. I like Silverfield. I mean, the first thing he said when he came in is like, the Razorback fans deserve better. The Razorbacks deserve better. And we're going to give it to him. I mean, that's the first thing he said. And then next day, 3 commits. The top commits in the state of Arkansas all flipped to Arkansas.
Well, it's actually 4.
4, yeah. I mean, that's such a good thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before, and that made me really. Now I'm doubling down because I've gotten a lot of people say a lot of bad things to me around where I'm at in Arkansas, and they're talking shit. And I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry for cursing, and they're talking smack, and I'm like, well, I mean, I know. I think he's a good hire. I think he's like a Houston Nutt-esque style hire. I think he's gonna do good.
Yeah,
Houston Nutt had a winning record against Saban too, by the way. For all these people that hate Houston Nutt.
Yeah. Well, I don't fully disagree with you. I think right now Arkansas needs Silverfield. Like, this has to be the term bridge hire, I guess, has been thrown around. If that's what he is or what he isn't, I don't know. I think in this day and age with the NIL and the portal, who knows what you could be year to year, but you certainly need someone to help you build your reputation back up. Because I'm going to be real.
Do you guys remember the 90s? Do you remember the 90s? How bad Arkansas was in the 90s?
Yeah, well, right.
Were you guys watching it? Yeah, we had Danny Ford, who won a national championship, and everyone thought was a home run hire. Turned out not to be. And when we hired Houston Nutt from Boise State, having a 5-6 record, I heard the same kind of stuff. This guy sucks. This guy's not going to do good. Then he had a winning record in the SEC. We won 2 Western Division titles under Houston Nutt. I don't know. I mean, not saying Houston Nutt's the greatest and, the bee's knees of all time and all this. He was a good coach, though. And that's the last time I've seen an actual Arkansas defense hit the field that really played football.
Yeah.
As well. I haven't seen a good Arkansas defense since Houston Nutt.
Well, you had one with Brett Bielema.
Oh, Bielema. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, my bad. Bielema had some good teams.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And God bless.
Man. God bless.
Yeah, I don't. You can't. First off, we can't compare what was going on in the '90s to what is happening now, right? He brings up a good point, but it's a different time. It's a different era.
Here's the thing: the attractiveness of a job like Arkansas definitely goes down, and I don't think that either one of us thinks Arkansas is a bad place.
No,
but the attractiveness goes down, particularly when Auburn, LSU, and Florida all come up.
Yeah,
and if you look at the coaching pool right now, Florida took from a G5.
Yep.
Auburn took from a G5. Arkansas took from a G5. Oklahoma State took from a G5. It's not like there's a ton of name coaches out there and everybody's is getting their name coach and we're picking from the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
Everybody's getting a G5 coach right now.
Everybody's getting a G5
out there.
You get a G5. You get a G5.
Oprah's handing them out like candy.
That's right. Meanwhile,
6, 7.
Yeah. But I say all of that to say, James Franklin was it. He was the name coach, and he made his choice and went to Virginia Tech. After that, it feels like the process was fumbled. How it was handled was fumbled. There were more leaks in the bucket than you could count. And Arkansas could have done a better job with that. But the hire overall, given who's out there looking for jobs, does not feel too much like a fumble at this point. I may be wrong. We may get halfway through next season and we have got 0 wins, and I'm going, man, why did we get Silverfield? I don't think that would be the case.
That's why I'm telling everyone, like, this is great. What's happening right now is great.
Yeah.
But just hold on. Like, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We still got all the ways to go. We got to get through a unbelievably tough schedule. B Hall, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. How about y'all?
Doing all right.
Good,
Your connectivity there looks it looks like you're on the Travis Ford hotline.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why. What is it doing?
It's skipping around, but we can hear you.
Oh man. Here, I'll just shut my camera off then.
Oh, okay.
That might just be better.
What do you got for us, man?
We're gonna go win a natty next year. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real. I was listening to what y'all talking about the job being kind of like not really attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of I would have to slightly disagree to an extent. I think Arkansas is actually attractive job, but when you have somebody like Hunter as your AD, nobody wants to be under that. Nobody trusts that. I mean, they're like, I feel like anybody would come here. Truthfully, I feel like anybody would come here. It's not a bad school,
anybody.
but well, besides Nick Saban, but
okay.
But I mean, my point of it is like it's an attractive job, but when you have the wrong people that's controlling it,
That's fair.
Nobody that has been like, say for like James Franklin, for instance, or maybe could be somebody else like a Nick Saban. I mean, the reason you ain't gonna come here is because you can't trust them. So why come here not being able to trust them to give you the resources to be successful and just start messing up your own record?
Yeah. Well, someone asked in chat what makes this job unattractive. I think someone in chat just kind of nailed it. 2 and 10, 2 and 10 follows you, and that's completely fair.
2 and 10 follows you lack of money.
I would also argue, I would argue that when your AD comes out, speaking of Hunter Yurchek, when your AD comes out and says that we couldn't support Sam Pittman financially well enough to be competitive in the league, that also doesn't help.
Yeah.
And your in-state talent it's not there. I mean, it's not. You have to constantly. You got to travel. Like 80% of your recruiting class is going to be out of state. That's just the truth. That's something I think coaches kind of like being around fertile recruiting grounds. But everything else is like going for Arkansas. And that's what I think does, when people say it's an attractive job, that would be the first thing I would think you would talk about, is the facilities are probably still among the top 5, top 4 in the SEC. The fans are rabid. They are unbelievably they're so damn passionate. And that's got to be a sell.
It's a double-edged sword.
It can be. You're right.
Sometimes the fans make us look stupid. I mean, remember Houston Nutt. If we're going to go back to Houston Nutt like we were earlier, remember when people were FOIA-ing his phone records?
Yeah, I remember that. The airplane flying above the stadium in home games.
Airplane flying above the stadium. Yes, calling for his firing. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the Arkansas fans, the beauty and the hell of Arkansas fans is that they want you to be good.
Yeah,
so bad that they're willing to embarrass you if you don't.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, please don't embarrass them.
I mean, they called Sam Pittman for crying out loud, just because the man. I mean, come on, like, what are we doing? And I realize it's the SEC. Everyone's a little aggressive, but my God, Hog Twitter has a reputation for a reason. It's kind of absurd. The nut sacks were hilarious. I don't remember that. The nut sacks. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
I just remember the airplanes. I remember going to the games and seeing the airplane fly. And Dad, what is that? Don't read it. Don't worry about it. Oh, all right. We're crazy. Just remember that. Yeah, that's right, James. You're not wrong. Hey, if you guys want to call in, the link is provided for you in the chat. Someone was asking for it, and I did post it, so I'll post it again if you want to call in. B-Hall, you got anything else for us?
I think Ryan Silverfield is doing a heck of a job right now with recruiting. So I mean, let him be focused. Let him stay focused.
Do you want to give a prediction on Arkansas and Louisville? I should have asked first guy that, but I didn't. Do you want to give a prediction?
We gonna lose.
Oh, okay.
I just don't. Cal's teams do not start off hot. They start picking it up in the middle of the season, close to the end of it. That's really where his teams are.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that.
The worst thing about I'm just gonna say this. The worst thing about it is we have no post presence. So
you're preaching to the choir, brother.
Is it not crazy that Pringle tore us apart at South Carolina? 19-10, I think, is what he pulled down when he played for South Carolina, and he's just not playing at that level for us.
And yeah, really. And Ewan, like, what is going on with these bigs, man? Do they just? I don't know. Someone had suggested that it was they don't know their role, where they were the standout post player on their respective teams, Florida State, South Carolina, talking about the two transfers. But it's like, even when they're out there on their own, when there's no other big on the floor, or maybe if Brazil's floating around at the 4, they're still like, I don't know, they're soft. I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. Hey, B-Hall, they're racking up, man. I got some people lining up. I appreciate you.
Have a good one. I'm a watch.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Take care, man.
I'll get to you guys here in just a second. We're going to flip to Arkansas, Louisville for just a second, and then we're going to come right back to the coaching search. So really quick, let me get these other callers in really fast. What's up, Cam?
Oh, I'm not Cam. I'm Manny C.
Oh, shit. You're Manny C. My bad. I hit the wrong one. What's up, Manny?
That's okay. Now, hey, listen, I think we, regarding the coaching search, I think the disappointment came, with us firing our coach so early. Everyone started throwing these names like Franklin, Matt Campbell, Dillingham, and then when you see that, it's Silver, Silver something, Silverfield. Yeah. It was a huge letdown.
Well, it's like Tim said, it's the process that's what there you go. It's the process that failed, that Hunter Yurchek dropped the ball on.
And then not to go say that, hey, there's Golish, right? I thought Golish was like a grade C hire, right? But I was starting to feel okay about it. I was like, hey, man, his offense in Tennessee was really nice. I was starting to warm up to him when all of a sudden it's like, hey, wait a second. And then it sounded like they made the offer to him and he was like, hey, let me wait it out. And then the guy was on the radio today talking about how the guy that leaked the story.
Oh, Trey Schapp.
Yeah, he said that apparently his source told them, his first source said, hey, they sent the paperwork, and his second source said he signed it, and he went off of that. So he went with the story. So then, the whole thing, and then Hunter not having, the best face right now, and then this being another kind of egg in his face. But, I'm warming up to Silverfield, with these flips. And also, we're more like Kentucky 2.0, right? When it comes to football, as far as it being attractive, right? Yeah. We're not Tennessee people. We're not. Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss because there ain't a lot of in-state talent. Think about that. Chew on that.
That's fair.
So, look, and then
Nope. Did we lose him?
No, we didn't. So, you see USC, Southern California, they hired the superstars of Southern California marketing. They have the number 1 recruiting class right now, right? Because they're keeping all that in-state talent. Southern California is a hotbed. I live in Houston, right? I could pick out 12 kids in the school down the street that could be starters for the University of Arkansas, right? here, Harris County. So we don't have the recruiting. The worst thing that happened ever was A&M becoming part of the SEC, right? Because those kids that would have came to Arkansas from Texas, all of a sudden are staying at College Station. They're staying in Austin. They're staying in Dallas. They're not coming to Arkansas anymore like they used to.
Yeah, they need to change that.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
They need to get back into Dallas, Fort Worth. Yeah. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Anytime. Keep up the good work, Ty. Love the show.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Manny. All right, we're going to make it quick. Cam, now I think I got you on. Cam, what's up, man? Cam, $1 million man. Oh, he walked away from his phone. That's what he did.
Yep.
For some reason, I lost.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So I lost y'all's sound for some reason off the thing, but did Silverfield come in and say that if they joined a team that we played next year, that they were gonna end up whooping their butt, but use the other word?
Yes, he did. He did. He said you can stay here.
Is that true? That he came in and said that?
I must have missed that.
He said you can. He told the players you can stay here.
Because like that's a very bold statement.
He's made a couple. He's made a couple of bold statements, and so far it looks like it's working. Listen, like I said earlier, they either had, and this is what I'm being led to believe, they did get an influx of cash, but I think he's also. I think it's probably either one of two or both. He's just a hell of a salesman. Like he's getting these guys on board. There's some people that are arguing that he's probably talking with boosters already. Like that's, but considering how much he's been on the damn radio and all these interviews he's doing, he's got to be running on just like Red Bull after Red Bull. Yeah. Or if he's a Kyle, maybe like a four or five monsters. I don't know. Maybe secretly he's a Kyle. I don't know. But it's incredible. I mean, it really is. We don't want to. Again, I don't want to make it sound like we're trying to sell him. We're not. I'm just simply giving you my reaction. I did not expect him to flip all those guys. I really didn't.
Yeah, neither did I. He actually did. He told the guys, and that was part of that all-in thing I told you earlier. He said, "You stay here. You go all in on what we're doing. It's going to be hard, but if you leave and you go to one of the teams we're going to play, we're going to kick your ass."
Wow.
So,
salesman. He's junk. Okay. All right. Cool. I was told the other day I'm not a broadcaster. I need to find another line of work.
Oh, okay.
What was the guy's name?
7-10 years. Oh, it's 6-7 years time.
6-7. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the guy's name. I laughed at it pretty hard and I said, well, I'm not a broadcaster because I'm not on radio or TV. True. And I don't know. Thank you for your comment, though.
YouTube is the new TV.
That is fair. So maybe I am a broadcaster. Maybe I do need to find a new line of work. Hey, remember, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Really quick, let's hit Louisville and Arkansas. Louisville's favored according to the matchup predictor at 74.5%.
Yeah.
That seems a bit high considering this thing's at 6:15 on Wednesday inside Bud Walton Arena. Seems a little high to me.
Yeah. I'd put it more 50-50, to be honest. 55-45.
Well, considering nobody is taking Arkansas out, no one, the biggest lead they've given up this year was 13. I don't think Michigan State get out to a bigger lead than that? Because I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
And Arkansas was able to shrink that lead, then take the lead back and go up by 7, tying their high for the game in terms of the points ahead. I don't know. I'm still surprised that this thing's at 75%. Boy, we got more people just lining up. Oh no, Travis, I see you. Hang on, we've got MC on the line, and then I want Arkansas and Louisville predictions. I want predictions, and then I want who you gonna get before you hang up, even though they already got their guy. What's up, MC?
Yes. Hey, I'm just. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you about to Baba Booey me?
No. I'm just trying to figure out what the fan base is looking for. We got to understand our position in the greatest game in college football. The state like you said, they don't produce, top level talent, like
Right.
or a concentrated enough talent to where you can pull from. The state also has not the best reputation nationwide. So when you start trying to go to these other places, players to come here, you know, and I think this part of the marketing issue too, not leaning in on what Northwest Arkansas has to provide and the beautiful place that it is. They just look at Arkansas and they hear all the those stereotypes about Arkansas or whatever, and it's not a good look around the country. Like you said, we have to be a nationwide recruiting school, and we have to do a better job of marketing ourselves. And I understand that the record says what it is or whatever like that, but if you're not marketing yourself as, hey, come here, we can change the culture, this is a beautiful place to live, X, Y, and Z, and ultimately the boosters getting on board and getting to one accord and supporting the coach.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're not doing that, then what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. And it's on Hunter, it's on Ryan Silverfield, it's on the players they bring in to change the reputation of this football program. It's all on them. So they have to get this figured out. They need to win and win now.
And I agree with Tim. Sometimes our fans make us look a little, a little crazy out there, It's like, just be quiet, man. They say some crazy stuff sometimes. And
they do.
So, but,
well, and
I
all
get
the
off the
people
line,
and their
man.
sources.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's see if his T-Mobile.
I do love Arkansas fans. I am an Arkansas fan. I'm just saying, it's a double-edged sword being an Arkansas fan.
It is. It really is, man. There's no other way to put it, really. All right, Travis, how you doing? How's that piece of string with a cup on each end internet you got going?
I'm mobile, boys. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
It's probably better driving in my truck than it is in my house.
Actually, yeah, you're coming through clear. We can hear you fine.
Yep.
Old Silverfish can recruit, can he, boys?
He can. So far.
As mad as I was yesterday, I think I'm like equally happy today. I was so mad.
Yeah.
I think I was mad just because I felt like we got duped, bro. Like I feel like we got duped, but I'm watching all these commits and like good commits leave Auburn, and it's making me happy.
Yeah. Oh, it's always fun to watch Auburn fall apart, and Ole Miss for that matter.
And Ole Miss, yeah, I was gonna say. Did you see where Lane said some Ole Miss fans tried to run him off the road?
I did see that. That is insane. Whoa. He said it like 3 times.
That's because they probably really did it.
That's crazy.
They know.
Hey, man,
they know.
Do you know? Look. Oh,
is that feedback? Is that
maybe? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, Ole Miss knows they lucked out with him. Okay, for him to stay as long as he did, that's insane. That he was there 6 years. That's crazy. It's Ole Miss. He should have left like 3 years ago.
They darn near turned that hoe into a housewife.
They really did. He made
it work.
And so they ought to be happy. You got what you got out of him. He raised your program, although they had it really sucks. They just had to promote their defensive coordinator to head coach. That sucks. Although
did you see the head coach ratings from somewhere had Silverfield at a C+ and Golding at a D.
Really? Who's
I was like, that's fair. I don't remember, man. I'll have to check. It was something I scrolled past on Twitter.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn.
James, you don't clean behind your ears, bro. I can smell you through that picture. Okay, go on.
Tough. But no, man, it's been an interesting it's been a real roller coaster of emotion for me.
Yeah, it has for you.
And I think everybody else too, right?
Yeah. Like I think it is
like 24 hours ago. I was like, I'm out. I'm retiring from Razorbackdom. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were already saying Boomer Sooner.
I got the text that said Boomer Sooner from Travis.
Yeah, I got it. We were in that group chat.
I was out, man. And then Then I started doing a little bit of
Travis
research,
got
and I was like,
loyalty like
okay.
Lane Kiffin.
And then I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I started doing a little research, looked at the record of coaches that I was mad we lost, and I was like, oh, he beat all them.
Yeah. He did. He beat them all.
And then didn't realize that he turned down the job that Eric Morris took.
Well, that's been reported, right? That he turned down Oklahoma State and UCLA.
That's what I read. Yeah.
That's what Biddy was saying today, which is hilarious to me because it's like everybody's like, oh, he put you in a locker. No, the guy we were pissed about getting turned your job down.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I'll admit it, man. I was just over. You know, like Silverfield was so far down my list. I wasn't having it. What I failed to do, and what other fans also failed to do, was to just let it play out and see, you know, and we're still doing that right now. We're still in the process. The guy hasn't won a championship yet. So let's not act like this is some, you know, like we need to drink all the Kool-Aid, shave our heads, and call ourselves, you know, the Silverfield.
But he hasn't lost us one yet.
That's true. He has not lost us a game yet. That is fair. He is 0-0 as the head football
dude.
coach.
Yesterday when I heard about when they announced him, I felt like Kanye West. Remember when they were doing that telethon when Kanye West was like, George Bush, like Hunter Yurachek doesn't care about Razorbacks.
Someone make that AI video, please.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, bro. I'm gonna make it. If somebody doesn't beat me to it, I'll make it.
That's great. I want to see it. Yeah. Hunter Yurachek doesn't care about.
I'll let you boys go. I was just I was just driving to Walgreens and I was like, I'm gonna call the boys.
There you go. You should have just been here. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Monday night was your idea.
Yep.
Wednesday night is my night with you, Ty. Tonight's
Hey, by the way,
night.
hey, since you're here, I'll tell you in chat and Tim if he wants to join us. We're not going to do a regular Wednesday night live at 6:30. We're going to do or whatever the hell we call it. Wednesday night. What the hell was I calling it? Tusk on Wednesday night or something? Tusk Talk on Wednesday night? Whatever. We're not doing it. We're going to do it after. We're going to do it after the Arkansas Louisville game.
Tusk after dark.
After what?
After the Louisville game.
Yeah.
Doing
Thrust talk with guys.
All right,
driving.
Travis, have a good night.
Oh, God.
See ya.
I love that dude, but talk about a derail.
you just thanks for that. All right, Travis. We'll talk to you later. Did he hang up? What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what he was clapping. I heard something clapping in the background there. Well, Robertson, we're busy doing a live show, man. Thanks for trying to run off chat, though. I love that. That's depressing, Ty. We're going to lose. Wait, what's depressing? What did I say? What's depressing? That we're 0-0 so far? I listen, I'm giving him a chance, man. I'm not. I don't know if this works out. I'm going to be real with you. I kind of think we're going to be looking for a new head coach in 3 to 4 years. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's a similar and yet somewhat still slightly more hopeful feeling than what I got for Pittman. Because when Pittman was hired, I was like, this is going to be terrible. It ended up being fine for a while.
Well,
and then it fell apart. But, you know, I feel like it's a slightly better just because he's proven he's a head coach. He's won. He's obviously a pretty damn good recruiter. But again, so was someone else we just mentioned earlier doing a show after the Louisville game. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the game's at 6 and we go live at 6:30. So it just kind of
come over for the game.
Yeah. A-Cup says 3 to 4 years. That's what I'm feeling.
3 cameras and a big ass TV behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You think 3 to 4 years we're looking for a new coach?
That's the way I felt when they made the hire.
Okay.
I'm going to need to see more. Like, let's see how this recruiting class turns out. Let's see what he does in the portal. And even then, then obviously we need to see how he handles this really tough schedule that's coming up, because it's not getting any easier. Maybe the schedule's slightly easier from year to year, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a bridge hire. Maybe he builds another damn foundation, which I feel like we've been trying to build a foundation now forever, for like 10 years, or longer, I guess. I don't know. I'm saying that's what it felt. I don't know. I've just got to see more. I got to see more, because recruiting is one thing, but putting together a monster staff, right? That's something else you got to do here in this league. He's got to have financial support. I think he'll have. Listen, like I said, they had an influx of cash. Okay, I'm reading the tea leaves here, and what I'm listening and what I'm reading and what I'm being told, it sounds like they got an influx in cash. Is that going to be here year in and year out?
Supposedly, yes. I heard that they have another promise of cash.
It's supposed to be
depending on performance this year. Depending on the first year performance, they have another influx of cash.
Yeah.
So possibly, yeah.
We have his contract. So he's making 6.7 a year, by the way, for anyone that doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what JC Hoops reported. I'm pretty sure that's right. 6.7 a year. And then he gets like these incentives, right? He gets like 100,000 a year
increase.
Yeah, increase per year. This is what someone had posted against all this love that we've been given Silverfield, Silver Surfer. This is from Hitman Hoops, who's a Memphis guy who's celebrating that they lost, that he's gone. He says that Silverfield went 3-12 against teams above 500 on the road, 12-20 against teams 500 and above overall, 0 AAC title appearances in 6 seasons. Went 4-4 in AAC play with losses to UAB and East Carolina. I think he's talking about this year, right? Didn't they go 4-4?
Yeah.
And that's like a down year for him. So I'm not saying that you need to buy that wholesale. I'm not telling you that, oh, there you go, there's your evidence, he sucks. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just telling people, maybe just hold on, temper your expectations right now. Let's see what he can do with the rest of this recruiting class. Let's see what he does in the portal. And then, we'll just take it one year at a time. I don't know. His worst conference record seasons were 21-22. When in both those seasons, he combined for 6-10. So he went 3-5 and 3-5. But then other than that, he went 6-2, 6-2, then 4-4, finishing with a 27-21 overall conference record. That's what he did. So in conference play. Yeah, he's 4-0. We talked about that earlier, Steven. He's 4-0. Ty, can you tell me why Golish was looked at as a better hire than Silverfield?
No.
First off, he's kind of done the same thing that Silverfield's done at USF. He's helped raise a lot of money there. We've admitted that earlier. They're both pretty similar. In fact, Tim thinks that Silverfield's a better hire than Golish.
Well, I think he's owned Golish for 3 games.
He has, and his conference records are he's just better. Even in those 3 years, Silverfield's just got him wrapped up. I think it's one of those hype things, right? Like Golish he was just hyped.
Well, part of it too, stuff that doesn't matter in coaching really is they're going, well, his wife's from Arkansas. Okay, great. That doesn't give him any more love for Arkansas than the next coach.
Yeah.
It's great. Your wife's from Arkansas. So was Eric Morris's wife from Arkansas. Neither one of them, that doesn't make either one of them love Arkansas. In fact, if most of y'all sitting out there are thinking about it, you don't love your in-laws anyway. So does he want to be in Arkansas with his in-laws? Probably not.
I don't know. Yeah, Golish was at South Florida for 3 years. So it's difficult to compare, and he wants me to articulate. That's hard to do. I just know that was the talk of the town. I even said I would have taken Golish 6-2 and 25 in conference play, 2-0 in bowl games, 23-15 overall record, and 4 games above 500 in conference play, which isn't superb, but it's not bad. They've given him credit for developing players at schools that he's been at. I've seen multiple names brought up. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but guys that he's responsible for developing and being a big part of. It was really I don't know, I don't want to say vibe. I hate that word, but it just, I don't know. Golish was that up and coming hot young coach, and Silverfield's kind of hung around Memphis. I don't know of USF people that were like celebrating, but like I said earlier, in terms of, the coach leaving, but like I said earlier, don't listen to those fans anyways, because they're just butthurt. They're trying to cope that they lost their coach. Yeah,
it actually was pretty spread out on Twitter. USF fans saying, "Great, he's gone. Let's move on."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how you articulate it. Like, yeah, Silverfield has the more proven background, but he's also been a head coach longer. He's double in terms of head coaching. In terms of being a head coach, he's doubled the amount of time. It's just, I don't know. Maybe Golish is going to tank at Auburn. And listen, no one would be happier about that than yours truly. So I'd be thrilled if yet again Auburn fails with another head coaching hire. Golish is just a fancy slumgullion.
Slumgullion.
I don't know. Yeah, so Bray Cook, and we talked about that. Bray Cook was saying he was a good fundraiser. Yeah, he's gonna do that, and I think Golish had kind of a similar reputation down at South Florida. I kind of think that might have more to do with just how South Florida runs things more than anything. But I had seen where people were kind of trying to put that on Golish, like he had a big part in that. Listen, I mean, he put a pretty good product on the field. I watched Memphis and South Florida today. I rewatched the highlights of that game. There's I think it was actually one of the ESPN channels that had it on. You can go back and watch it. And it's just jump cuts to all their offensive possessions. Yeah, South Florida had like a 14-point lead, and Memphis had to find their way back. There was a missed field goal. They had to fight their way back in the fourth quarter, and they went into half trailing by double digits, and they never wavered. Memphis players never wavered. Their defense came up with big stops, and what do you know? Their offense found a way to get it done to win that game against let's just say it. I mean, South Florida was well coached. Watching, and I've watched South Florida. I've watched videos since Golish. It felt like Golish was going to be our guy. I watched a little bit of South Florida film that I could find online, stuff from this season. They're really well coached. They don't waver either. Memphis fought back and won that game. Now, they did have kind of a controversial call at the end where they thought the knee was down before the Memphis players, before the ball crossed the goal line. There just wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. They gave it to Memphis, and Memphis ended up, South Florida couldn't respond, and Memphis ended up winning that game. But like watching a couple of Memphis highlight videos, it just seems like, once like they don't give up and they punch hard. They do look pretty physical. So I'm excited about that. On both sides of the ball, although I think Memphis needed a lot of work on defense this year, but there's some things that you like about what Memphis does. I put a video in Patreon chat. Nobody responded to it, but okay. I think you guys need to watch it. It's the South Florida Memphis game. Go back and watch it. Like, they didn't waver. They were trailing double digits. They found a way. They fought back. Even though it was at home, okay, cool. It's still South Florida, who has just as good a talent as you do. These are the two most equal teams playing each other. And it was, once again, it's Silverfield finding a way to beat Golish. So there are things here to like. And I'm telling you, I'm really just going to sit on a damn fence with this. Like, I just want to see it play out. I do kind of feel like we might be looking for a head coach in 4 years. But, that was my initial thought, and I still kind of maybe think that, but I want to see how this recruiting goes. I want to see how he handles the portal, and then we'll see what the product looks like, and we'll take it 1 year at a time, because it's really all you can do. UAB boat raced Memphis. Yeah, they lost games, Bobby. No kidding. But look at their record. in his time there. Look at the games that he has won. Look at how he won those games. Silverfield's a good coach. I just,
I mean, the same with Arkansas. We had them down 28-17 at half.
Yeah, we did. We were up 11 points, and they fought back, and they found a way to win the game. Hopefully, it's not a barbed wire fence tie.
You're sitting on the fence.
Hopefully not. Yeah, Durkin is going to demand $3 million. Yeah, trying to bring in a defensive coordinator. That's the $1 million question. Holy crap! We've got to focus on Louisville for just a second. Louisville.
Do we really?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. I don't know why people are like already giving up on the year. Homeboy earlier, Beehole took Louisville to win. I'm taking Arkansas to win this game.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm taking the Hogs. I'm taking them to win.
Okay, at Bud Walton, I think I'll take them to win too. To be honest,
I think they've shown like they went to East Lansing and could have beaten that team who has beat the shit out of Kentucky on a neutral floor. They just beat the hell out of North Carolina, and Arkansas went to their house and almost beat them. Arkansas went toe-to-toe with Duke. Those are two possible Final Four teams right there. The way they're playing right now, we'll see where they're at into March, into February, into March. But Arkansas has gone toe-to-toe. Nobody has handled them. No one's taken them to task yet. Maybe it's Louisville. Maybe they come in and it is a Wednesday night, unfortunately.
Well, I think it's fair to say Boozer handled them.
Boozer did, but
he had his hands and elbows all over him.
Well, that is fair. Yeah. Yeah. When you can do whatever the hell you want,
I will say Louisville averages more points and rebounds. So our work is going to be cut out for us.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
They average almost 10 points a game more than us. They average almost 10 rebounds a game more than us.
Mm-hmm. And they did beat Kentucky.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game for sure. It's not just going to be a walk in the park just because it's at Bud Walton.
No,
but I do think Bud gives us the edge, and fans should show up for this one, being a top 10 team and not Queens. You understand kind of when people don't show up to watch us play Queens and College of Basket Weaving and whatever.
School for the blind.
But when it's Louisville, Bud Walton should be packed to the gills. People standing on the sidewalk cheering, hoping that their voice gets through the walls.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, this should be the atmosphere should be amazing. Wish I had tickets.
This is a ball game. This is gonna be a ball game, and I love too that it's not like a 7 or 8 p.m. tip off. It's 6. It's right now. It's on ESPN at 6:15 is what ESPN says.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Arkansas to win. Like I said, maybe Louisville comes in here and just frog stomps them. I mean, because they are a damn good team. I watched them play a little bit. They beat Kentucky. What the hell was that score? It was like high 90s. It was almost 100 points. It's like 97-87 or something. It was a good game.
96-88.
Okay, 96-88. Really good game. But yeah, if I remember right, the Kentucky just Kentucky did lead. They led in the first half for a little bit, and then Louisville just started putting them on them. I don't remember if this was their largest lead of the game or not. I think at one point they were up maybe double digits. But anyways, Louisville's good. It's going to be an interesting matchup. They do have they have Ryan Conwell, who's kind of balling the hell out right now, 20 plus points a game. Mike Brown, or I'm sorry, it's not Mike Brown. It's spelled funny. It's Michael Brown, but it's spelled funny. When you first look at it, it looks like Mike Brown, but it's like Michael the way it's spelled. He's another guard. They're a guard heavy team like Arkansas, but he's averaging 17 points, like 5.5, 6 assists a game or something. They've got some great pieces. I hate Louisville. I don't know why.
They've got 5 guys almost averaging double-digit points.
Yeah, they're loaded.
Their first 5 are averaging 9.1 points or better per game. So, and we don't have that. It's close. Our bottom 3, the top 5 are 3 lowest scoring of the top 5. It's a weird way to say that. Average about 8 a game. Their 3 average 9 a game. So
they're a
scoring team.
Here's the thing I will say: they have played outside of Kentucky a shit schedule. Like, I think Kentucky, they played Cincinnati. Cincinnati's so this year. Eastern Michigan, I don't think is worth a damn. I could be wrong. I think Eastern Michigan at the time, I know when they played them, they had already had 3 losses. They just haven't played they haven't played our schedule, period.
Definitely not.
So not many teams have. But anyways, let's get back to so yeah, I'm taking Arkansas. You're taking Arkansas. Chat, tell us if you're taking Arkansas or Louisville.
That could be your question of the night.
I guess it is the question of the night. Tell us if you want some XP, we'll do it for 5,000 XP. There you go. Who you taking? Who you taking?
Who you gonna take?
Who you gonna take? Dustin Whoopig Dustino says I was wrong. Silverfield might just be the perfect culture fit for us. I like the way he's starting, and it's I know it's hard for someone to say, well, I'm 50-50 on him right now. I'm sitting on a fence after the way he has started. I just don't want to jump the gun, like, oh my God, give me all the Silverfield Kool-Aid right now. But it's tempting. It is tempting. I will agree. Appreciate you, Dustino, man. You're awesome. Memphis defense played us tough and caused havoc for our offense. Ty, I like what he's doing. Let's go Silverfield. Yeah. I
think the more people research him and what he's done, the easier it's going to be to get excited about him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be amazing. I'm not saying he's going to be great, but I'm saying it's going to be easy to get a little bit excited when you look at what he has done and you put him up against what we could have gotten.
Yeah.
There were good points about every coach that was brought up. There are good points about Morris, good points about Golish. Summerall kind of was brought up. Franklin was brought up. I mean, there are good things you could say about each one of those guys. Even Mateos, even Womack. There are good things you could say about him. Although his head coaching record wasn't great. He has the number 1 defense in the SEC. Everybody had something good. But I think if you really dig into it, start digging into each one of them, look at their head-to-heads, look at all of the, the recruiting classes and stuff like that. It seems like Silverfield even had the number 1 recruiting class in the conference this year.
Yeah, it was top.
Like, okay, this guy can actually recruit.
Yeah.
For the conference that he was in, he can recruit. And he does beat these other coaches head to head. And it's like, okay, maybe I can get excited about this guy after all.
I think that's part of what he's selling too, by the way. I think that's part of what he's doing. He's like, yeah, all these guys are recruiting you. Yeah, I beat them. Just FYI.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I said right. I was agreeing with you.
Did Hog fans overreact? Do you think they overreacted?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, there were people protesting.
I know.
This is Donald Trump. You're going out to Razorback Road and holding up signs, protesting.
I'm going to say this about that protest. Okay. I don't know who the hell organized that. That was awful. You had the guys there with the bags on their heads. Okay, whatever. There were like maybe almost 24 people there, and like 15% of those were media. I know because I talked to some of them. Tom Murphy was there. And we're standing there, and he's got his notepad out, and he's writing, doing his thing. And I'm just standing here like, okay, is there like a truckload of people coming in? Like, what is going on? Whoever organized that, whoever's responsible for organizing that, you just really you missed out, bro. Like you missed the mark by about a country mile. It was just so silly.
The other side of the double-edged sword, the crazy side of the double-edged sword.
What we talked about earlier, right?
That is exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to organize a protest. Come on, man.
I said,
what do you think is going to happen?
Right.
They're going to say, oh, never mind. No, never mind, Ryan. We're going to go for another big name coach instead because we had 15 people protest. I do not care.
We had the 4 bros from their dorms show up with their drinking buddies from Dixon. Yeah, it was poorly. Listen, I'm all for.
Made us look stupid.
I'm all for protesting if I mean it can get results. I guess sometimes I wasn't going to stand in anybody's way. Like I didn't like the hire, and I was like, yeah, all right. If you're going to go protest Hunter Yurachek, I'm all for that. Like, okay, go do your thing. Go protest him and the way he did not handle this search well. It looks like at the moment he could be vindicated, but the search itself was just, you fired Pitt. Why did you even let Pittman come back? Right. That's what you want to protest. I'm here for it. And I did not like the Silverfield hire in the beginning. I didn't. I'll own up to that. And maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you're going to orchestrate something like that, I don't know. Maybe let the grown-ups handle that, because that looked like something a bunch of kids put together, and it was embarrassing.
Why don't you save your protest for Little Rock and Washington, D.C., where they need it?
I thought you were about to go in the direction of War Memorial when you said Little Rock. I was like, oh, he's about to go in on War Memorial. Okay,
no,
go protest playing
save
games.
Your protest for Washington, D.C. and Little Rock, where they're not taking care of the things that matter to Americans. and let's not protest the freaking football coach. Forgot
on Silver Main. Again, maybe I'm gonna end up looking like, see, Ty, you were anti Silverfield. I'm not anti. Let me be clear about that.
I will say that if you go back a few weeks, go back to a few weeks after the Memphis game, that I said he was in my top 5.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never had him on my short list. I was so out on him. I was just like, no, this can't be your hire. If he can't even win a conference championship with the money and what he had, the money in place and the fact they're going to have one of the top 3 rosters year in and year out, and he can't even win a championship in that league.
Do you know 6 years? That doesn't bother me when it's the AAC.
Why?
Because the difference between teams is much. The gap between teams is much smaller. Like the gap between Georgia and Arkansas talent is enormous.
Yeah.
But the gap between Memphis and USF is not enormous.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me if he can't win that championship necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish he would. But that's not the worst thing ever, because the talent gap says you shouldn't just be dominant in that conference. There's not a huge talent gap. Georgia, LSU, Alabama have an enormous talent gap over Arkansas. So, he does have to figure out how to compete better here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But by and large, he's playing even teams on college football.
That's fair, but I would say but they are more equipped than 90% of that league. The SEC, the top 4, the top 2 teams are, of course, Texas and Georgia in terms of just star power on the roster, and that is a pretty big gap between them and, I don't know, Arkansas, just for an example. But Ole Miss was climbing their way out of it. Richard Baker really doesn't like him. Damn, Richard.
Ole Miss fall back to the cellar of the SEC, and it's just going to give me so much joy and glee.
I hope so.
It's just going to happen. They're already having recruits decommit after Lane left. So,
whether you agree with this hire or not, he is our coach. Hog Nation needs to welcome him to Arkansas and give him a chance. It really sucks that fans are condemning him before he even gets here.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think you should have protested. If you were going to protest or throw a fit, it's not necessarily at Silverfield, right? It's got to be at the guys at the top. It's got to be, what the hell is the board of trustees? How does Hunter Yurchek still have a job? Stuff like that. But we are where we're at right now. It is what it is. And I agree. That's Arizona Tim right there. I agree, sir. Now he's your head coach. There's nothing you can do about it. You can call him Silver Douche all you want, like our friend Richard Baker did here. You can do that. Or, I don't know, you could support him because they're the Razorbacks and you want him to be successful here. Whether you don't like the hire or not, you want him to be successful here.
Yeah.
It's like when people root against the president all the damn time. And I don't care name a president. You want him to be successful, because if he's successful, that means the United States is successful, right? It's the same thing with the Razorbacks. If Silverfield, I mean, it's not the same, but you get what I'm saying. Apples and oranges, okay? One's just way more important than the other. But and I'm talking about football, by the way, not the country. But you want to support the guy that's the head hog. Just the way it is. Now, unless he does something like, really, really shitty, I don't know.
Crash a motorcycle.
I wasn't even going to go there.
Punch a player in the face.
Punch a player in the face. Yeah. Take lap dances
recently.
Take lap dances from, they call it the old Urban Meyer special there. Silverfield chose Arkansas. I'll give them a chance. That's a really good way of looking at it because I'm telling you, man, to the caller earlier who was like, this is an attractive job. Okay, yeah, it is to some people, but there's a lot of people who would not take this job. Okay, there's a number of coaches that would not take this job. Don't want it. Silverfield did
that. I still think the idea really is this is a potentially attractive job. This job has potential.
Yeah.
But today it is not an attractive job.
It's got to get better, right?
Yeah.
Let the fans feel how they feel. Yeah, Patrick, we're not telling you we're not telling you how to feel, bro. We're just telling you, like, I don't know, give the guy a chance. That's all I'm saying.
No, we are the thought police. Read 1984. We're the thought police. You think what we tell you to.
That's right. George Orwell was right. We're going to tell you how to think and how to feel. Let the fans feel what they want. Yeah, I hated. We're not going to get political, Fish. Come on, I should have even brought that up.
Yeah.
Lord, I hope Tim makes a mistake in front of the whole world. Wait,
Tim?
If he did, he might go live it down after a decade.
What? Oh, because I made the motorcycle joke. Dude, everybody makes the motorcycle joke. Who cares? Who cares? If I had you're lucky my button is a table away from me right now, or I would give you a who the hell cares.
Did Arkansas, let's see, did he choose Arkansas or the $6 million a year? Yeah. Do you know what some of these other coaches are making? 6.7. It's okay.
Yeah.
But look at what some of these other coaches are making. Now, to be fair, I don't know what Golsh's contract is, but yeah, I mean, 6.7 it's competitive, but it's not like, okay. Patrick's clearing it up. He's clearing the water here. He says, not you, Ty, the others who say, oh, okay, Silvermane or who else type like Chuck and Bo.
Oh, did they rip him?
I think so.
Did they rip him one day and kiss his butt the next?
Might have.
That's what happens when you have prop Boganda or Chuck Boganda. They have to be nice once the cameras are rolling, once the contract is signed. It's all.
That's right. Really quick, your final take on Silverfield.
I was like, stop doing this on my show.
No. I just want you, because we're on it. We're at an hour and 32 minutes. We're about to end it. I just want your final take on Silverfield, really quick. Give me a grade. How about that?
Give you a grade. Well, the grade probably would have been a C+, except for 4 flipped commitments in the first day. Yeah. So we're going to go with B-.
Damn. Okay.
And by the way, Golish got $7.4 million per year from Auburn.
Dang. Okay. I figured it would be north of 7. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would have said C+. He's a solid coach who might stick around, or he might use Arkansas to launch up the way that Kiffin moved from Ole Miss to LSU. I don't know. He might also bomb. But I think the fact that he flipped 3 4-stars and a 3-star in one day.
Yeah.
Addressed Arkansas in-state recruiting on the first day, let people know that it's important, came in a little braggadocious, which I like. We'll see if he lives up to it, but at least he's got the right attitude. I'm going to give him a B-, and we'll see. Okay. I could be wrong, but I'm going to give him a B- to start.
Okay. Patrick Smith says D+. J-Dog, who just does not like the hire. By the way, J-Dog said the craziest thing in chat the other night.
Uh-oh. Because that chat gets crazy.
He does not like Coach Cal, and he wants him gone.
What?
That's what he said. So he doesn't like Cal. I don't know. J-Dog, we just can't let you live that down. That to me is just crazy. It's one thing to be like, I'm just not a big Cal fan. I think he's an okay coach. That's one thing, but homie is like,
I don't like Sweet 16 appearances. I don't want that. I don't want to be one of the 16 best teams in the country.
Kinley says B-. And I guess probably the better way to have asked this question would be, how would you grade him so far? That's probably a better question because you kind of already answered that. I'll say I thought it was maybe a D+ higher. I think I'm now up to a C-. I think I'm moving it up to a C-. We'll see again how this class finishes. That's coming up. Transfer portal opens up. It's a short window in January. I'm going to be all over that portal. You guys know if you're Patreon supporters, I'm all over that every year. I give you all the intel you need on these targets, and the actual portal commits. We have little breakdowns on each player. You got to be a Patreon supporter to see that. By the way, all the super chats tonight, you guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Will you move him up to a C+ if we get him on the show?
Silverfield?
Uh-huh.
Did he go on Biddy? Wait, did I hear that right? Did he go on Trey Biddy's?
I think Biddy was just talking about him.
Okay, I could have sworn on my drive home I saw someone say that he was on Biddy's show. I was like, holy crap, that's awesome for Trey.
Yeah, so you'll move him up to a C+ higher if he comes on the show?
I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Tim, I appreciate you coming on here, big dog. Hopefully, I know you said Wednesday night you're probably out, but
no, Wednesday night I'm definitely out. Sorry,
okay,
guys. I'd love to be on here Monday and Wednesday, but Wednesdays are so difficult, and this one in particular.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being on here on Monday night. So again, Wednesday night, remember, for everyone who's in here, there will not be a Wednesday night live at 6:30. Obviously, Arkansas's playing Louisville. So I'll be live. We'll do kind of a 2-in-1 show. It'll be the Wednesday. We're going to be getting caught up because that's a big day. You got signing and all this stuff, the high school recruiting, the post game after Arkansas beats Louisville, and all that. So we'll be live for that and getting you ready.
Actually, if it's 9 o'clock, I could probably be on there.
Yeah, so 6 to
8:30. If it's, I might be a little bit late, but I could probably be on there.
Hey, you're welcome. I don't know. Travis is always concerned about that. He's like, I don't want to throw you guys off, bro. Just get on the call. Just join us. I'm not worried about that.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, he actually had good T-Mobile service tonight, so we'll give him that. Appreciate everyone. Shout out to Patreon supporters. Speaking of Travis, by the way, shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company, same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than the best results, baby. 1,000+ 5-star reviews for you folks, for you fine folks in Central Arkansas. If you're having garage door issues, give our guy Travis Ford a call at Direct Service Overhead, 501-244-3667. Again, that's Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company in Central Arkansas. All right, that's it. We appreciate everyone on your way out. Make sure you like, share, hit the subscribe button. Hold on. What's Gary saying here? He called Trey and talked to him privately? No. Really? Trey asked him a couple of questions, but he said after that they just talked for a while generally. Really?
Well,
good for him. I mean, that's too bad he couldn't get him on the show, but that's cool.
Well, Ty, you have your work cut out for you. Get him on the show.
Trey's in a league of his own, man. Trey Biddy's awesome. All right, I'll see you guys Wednesday night. Remember, Tim and I both say Arkansas is going to beat Louisville, and we'll see you after the live show. You guys have a good rest of your Monday night, and we'll see you on Wednesday night after the game. Be good. Woo pig.